Welcome to the Spotlight with me, Jeff Koinange, here at the African Green Revolution Forum in Kigali, Rwanda. Today, we're in the Deal Room. There's very exciting things happening on the continent. You need to hear about this. By the way, the Deal Room is only it's only its third year, actually. And the deals they're making, you need to know about. So joining me is the Vice President for Strategic Partnerships for the Alliance for Green Revolution in Africa, AGRA, Vanessa Adams. She's also a COP, Chief of Party. What does that mean?
Oh, that's for later.
Okay.
Let's get to business.
The Deal Room.
This is about
What is
business.
it about?
The Deal Room is an opportunity for small businesses all over Africa who have investment expansion plans, business plans, strategic growth opportunities, and basically, I'll take you back to AGRA. AGRA was founded, as you know, by Kofi Annan, right?
Correct.
2006, you were there.
I was.
He said, what about African farmers? We don't want to do the same thing we've been doing forever. So we worked for years and years and years with farmers. And we said, but the businesses have to work with the farmers. They have to buy from the farmers, sell to the farmers, right? So the Deal Room has grown out of the recognition that farmers have to do their part, but that's not enough. The governments do their part on policy. Where are the businesses? Where are the buyers? Where are the distributors? How are they linking to farmers, right? So the Deal Room grew out of a need for the smallholder farmers to have more markets, better products, better technologies, right? So
Yeah.
it's the middle of the supply chain.
I remember being here in 2018 when you started the Deal Room. I mean, hardly anyone knew about it. In 3 years, it's literally grown by leaps and bounds.
Leaps and bounds. And you can see me leaping here because it's so exciting. In 2018, the Deal Room was a side meeting. We had 40 companies, we had a few countries, and really it was Rwanda who said, no, this is important. They had a whole breakfast session, a room full end to end with SMEs saying we want to do business with the rest of the world. So help us promote our businesses. And so that really propelled us. Last year in Ghana, we already had 500 businesses participating. More than 120 of them were profiled businesses. They had been vetted, business plans prepared, they had a deal book ready, but it was an in-person meeting. So you had to be in Ghana. We had 17 countries presenting the investment opportunities of their countries. We had off-takers ready to do business. Unilever was there, ETG was there, Olam was there, ready to do business with smallholder farmers through SMEs. This year, completely a different story, COVID-19.
I'll get back to that in a moment because it has been a different year. But say I'm a small farmer in an African country, I won't name which, but anyone. How do I get in touch? What is the link between them and you?
So in each country where AGRA has a team, we've been working with smallholder farmers. Actually, this past 2 years, AGRA has worked with more than 7 million smallholder farmers across Africa in 12 countries. Okay, but we're not alone. AGRA is not trying to do everything and be everything. Working with smallholder farmers most of the time means getting them better extension, better inputs, better seeds and fertilizers, off-takers, right, markets. So for example, in Ghana and Nigeria, we've managed to link the smallholder farmers to village-based advisors. Those are youth wanting to become businesses who provide extension services to the farmers and link them to processors who are buying, who then link to Nestle. And Nestle has a commitment to actually help youth in agriculture. And so that's just one example where we've managed to, with about a couple $1 million of offtake commitments from Nestle, launch about 2,000 youth entrepreneurs in 2 countries. 2,000. That's just one example that actually was kicked off last year as we were launching the Deal Room concept on a broader scale. But it's not enough to have the idea, right? I mean, Nestle is a huge company, but it's very hard to find smallholder farmers. For them, it costs a lot of money. They have to figure out how to get the quality standards right. So that's what the Deal Room is about. It's about understanding what the buyers need. It's understanding the quality standards, understanding the markets, understanding the opportunities. Here in Rwanda, there's an investment in a company called Africa Improved Foods, right? Africa Improved Foods has been working with the Deal Room, with AGRA, with smallholder farmers not only in Rwanda, but they've been buying from all over the region, East Africa, down to Malawi, to Tanzania, to import supply year-round. They have to feed a factory, right? And that factory doesn't stop when the season is done. You have to find more supply, continue running. But they want to expand, thus the need for investors, right? Yeah. Even though it's a big factory for Rwanda, but they could expand and double, triple their volumes. How's that going to work?
Absolutely. A moment ago, you mentioned this year. What a year. I mean, what a difference 6 months makes. With the COVID pandemic, it literally stopped the world. It put the world on pause. What has it done to farming in Africa? Or strategically, have they had to rethink outside the box, if you will?
Everybody has had to rethink everything. We have to rethink schooling for our kids. We've had to work with governments to think, how do they get information out? You can't have meetings all over the place the same way. Use of radio has had to kick up, right? People have had to disseminate information about testing, about illnesses and disease, daily informations and updates about what's happening with illnesses. So everybody stopped moving, right? Except truck drivers, and even then, they had to get a COVID test at the border. Talk about supply chain disruptions, right? The big angst and fear is that farmers won't have the inputs to plant for planting season, right? So the ministries of agriculture worked with our teams, with many other partners from the World Bank, from IFAD and FAO. Everybody has had to accelerate digitization. Where is the data? Do the right people have it? Are we making the right decisions? Is there enough food at the right place at the right time, right? Yeah. Guess what? It's not just a problem, it's an opportunity as well. So who's doing more business this year? You know what my son said? Mom, did you invest in Zoom? Think about it. Yeah. There are some businesses who were there at the right time, right place, had the technology in place. Well, we're looking at the same thing for smallholder farmers. How do you get digital services out to the last mile delivery? That's a business opportunity. How do you get SMEs, right, to have digital tools so that they increase their customer base? They know exactly who to call when. Did you come get your supplies? Manage their inventory better, manage their cash flows better, so that then they can actually get loans and they can expand their inventory, their supply, right? There's mechanization, for example, because people didn't want to go and touch everything, right? You're afraid you're going to touch things and get sick. So you want an equipment, a machine, right? Rwanda and other countries have exponentially accelerated their mechanization plans. Another business opportunity for the tractor suppliers, service providers.
Are you saying that COVID-19 could come with its, for lack of a better phrase, silver linings?
I'm a diehard optimist, so I always look for the silver lining. It's solving problems is how businesses run. Business isn't some kind of miracle, right? It's people being in the right place and looking for how to solve this problem and how to make it work for everybody. How can it be a win-win? That's also the core of the business opportunity. But in agriculture, we don't do that without the government's engagement. And that's why the Deal Room has worked so hard to work with the governments to really promote agriculture and food in their countries. You know, easiest investment in the world is telecom, right? Infrastructure, trucks, easy. You have an asset, you build a house, easy to invest in. Agriculture, you have to know if there's going to be rain, right? Is the crop going to grow? Is it going to meet the quality standard? Is it going to get moved at the right time? A lot more logistics, a lot of need for risk mitigation, a lot of variability.
I've been reading a lot about poultry farming in Africa. It's literally on the up and up. I mean, it's growing exponentially. Tell us a bit about that.
You know, Africa, every government that I have listened to for the last 15, 18 years has been talking about the imports, right? Importing chicken parts, importing chicken feed, cold chain gaps. Rice is imported, right, around the continent. So the thought process has been like this. Okay, Africa shouldn't just be exporting coffee and cocoa. That's fantastic. What can we do for value addition? What are African consumers eating, right? If you have a little more money in your pocket, are you going to just have beans and, you know, maize or porridge, depending on which country you're in? No, you want to have some chicken. You want some meat. So the consumption has increased and will continue to increase. I'll give you an example. In Ethiopia, chicken is not the best thing. You eat it once a year, dorowat, right? It's a holiday. Hey, Ethiopian New Year, it's Happy New Year. So everybody's going to have their dorowat, they need chicken. But that's it. So they didn't produce chicken for year-round until it became a business opportunity. They started doing day-old chicks, investing in the chicken supply chain, providing feed, lots and lots of small businesses cropping up, and the chicken industry is taking off like wildfire. So huge investment opportunities, even in places where people didn't think. Mozambique is investing in poultry. There's Tanzania, huge poultry investment in the southern corridor. Ghana, massive, massive strategic plan around poultry investment. And Nigeria, I don't know if you've been following, but Obasanjo has led the way for years investing in poultry, and it's not even enough. Even Olam came in, and we're working as the Olam is actually buying from smallholder farmers in Kaduna State for their factory, for the feed for chickens.
Wow, incredible. So if people want to get involved in the deal room, what do they do? And it's daily, right? It's every day. What time?
So nonstop. What's happening is the deal room went live last week. There are SMEs profiles. It's actually free, so you can log in, set up your profile. You say, this is what I'm interested in. You upload your business plans, spec sheets, whatever you have. You can be a buyer, and we want more buyers to come in. You can be a supplier. You can be an equipment provider. There's actually space for the whole ecosystem. Digital platforms, for example. Everybody needs an accounting system in ag, right? So every kind of business can actually join in that ag ecosystem and participate. We have women-led entrepreneurs. We have youth from the Go Get Us competition. There were thousands of applicants, as you know, for the Generation Africa Youth Competition. And the runners-up have their profiles in the Deal Room platform. So you don't have to wait to see who wins. The last 20, 50 runners-up, they're fantastic business opportunities. And investors are actually looking for deals. I've been in a room, and I've told you this before, I've been in a room full of wonderful people ready to invest saying, I can't find a good business plan. Because there's a mismatch. They're looking for something that's packaged a certain way, McKinsey or some fancy Bain company. Somebody put a nice business plan package together, and it looks easy to buy, easy to invest in. But these are real hardcore family mom and pop businesses ready to expand, ready to restructure, ready to grow. But there's not just small businesses. There are some large business opportunities. Some of the businesses are looking for $100,000 capital investment. Some are looking for $65 million. Why not? We're agnostic. We don't mind. Every size of opportunity is a business opportunity.
And everything else in between.
Everything in between.
Bottom line, a lot of hope.
Hope, excitement, evidence, and hard work.
Vanessa Adams, good to talk to you. Good luck.
Always a pleasure.
The Deal Room. Hashtag is the Deal Room.
Hashtag Deal Room,
Yeah.
AGRF 2020.
Yeah.
And we have 21 partners working with us, 50 business development service providers working with the companies. So get online. There's how-to sessions. There's Invest in Ghana going on right now. Invest in Rwanda is going to replay again. Invest in Cote d'Ivoire. There's Invest in Tanzania, you name it. Mozambique, even Mali.
Sky's the limit. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Keep tweeting at AGRA and at AGRF. Hashtag, you heard from Vanessa, at the Deal Room, at Virtual Summit, at AGRF 2020. This has been Spotlight. I'll be Jeff Koinange here at the Virtual Summit in Kigali, Rwanda.